Hey there, you guys. Welcome to the Lilypad Podcast. My name is April, and I am your host. It is December 23rd. It's Christmas Eve. I crack myself up. I do. It's just, it happens. But happy Christmas Eve. Hope you guys are having some wonderful festivities coming up the next couple of days. Lucy will be here later to join in the conversation. We're going to be talking about, well, anything, which is usually what happens. But we're going to try to focus on some Christmas memories and traditions and things that we're going to be doing this year or whatnot. So that'll be good. She'll be here a little later. I have to admit, I think today it was in the 40s. So that is actually kind of warm for us for this time of year. I'll take it, though. I'm also happy that it's Christmas. We didn't have a very big break between Thanksgiving and now, and I'm okay with that. Thanksgiving came late this year, but again, I'm okay with that, mainly because next week is January, and then it's going to be summer. I may have jumped a little bit there. I think I'm trying not to focus on the fact that it's just about to be the coldest time, because January and February usually are really, really cold. So I'm hoping that they're not too crazy, as far as bad weather. But, it is what it is. This is New England, and this is what happens in the wintertime. So I got to suck it up, Buttercup, and deal with it, which I do every year. I bitch and moan. It happens, But yeah, so I'm looking forward to company and food and all that good stuff. Just got off of work, so I'm really happy about that. It was a good day. Not going to complain. So before I get into anything else, really, a few weeks ago, I was on a phone with one of my vendors, and I was talking to a young man down in Georgia, just about, things that, work-related stuff. And then we kind of deviated from the work conversation and started talking about everything else. And really nice guy, Kyle, down in Georgia. I hope you are listening. It was great talking with you a few weeks ago. I was supposed to do this shout out weeks ago, but I haven't done a podcast in some time. It's been actually a very crazy month for me. But again, still a good time, busy time, but a good time. So Kyle, shout out to you down there in Georgia. Tell your friends, to listen in. You guys have any stories or crazy stories to tell me? April at the lilypadpodcast.com. I look forward to hearing from you. And like I said, before I do anything further, I am going to play. I just heard something upstairs. I thought somebody was at my door. And I'm in the basement, by the way. So, very cozy little room. I've made it quite lovely down here. But my house happens to... Oh, what was that? Oh, it's an email. Let's see. And it's... it's nothing. So let's put that back. So yeah, my house makes a lot of noises. So usually I can tell, if someone's here or whatnot. It sounded like a door. It could have been the cat jumping off of the counter. She's famous for that, which means I have to go upstairs and sterilize them because her little kitty paws are all over the place in the floor and, blah. So I'm going to go wash the kitchen, sterilize the whole thing from top to bottom, and then I'll be back. Anyway, so you're listening to the Lilypad Podcast. Don't go anywhere. I'm about to play a few tunes for you guys. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be good. So we'll be back with Lucy right here on the Lilypad.
In the stillness somewhere above, the city lights, you're falling in love. Still aware, you know it is true, that you are lost and this is a clue. Love is forever, as a feather, light as a feather. Lucid dreaming over Tokyo. Let's set the tone, a bottle of red wine and pheromones. The conversation flows, a couple of hours, see how it goes. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In loving but for anything emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like feeling kinda tipsy, didn't drink so I don't get it. I must be high but I'm just guessing. It's something in the way you talk, I'll show my hand, let's play it out. Putting my heart up on the table. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In loving up for anything emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like it's getting kind of personal. I know my inhibitions, I just let them go. Stole my heart just like a criminal. I think it's time you let me know if you wanna. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like
We're back on the Lilypad Podcast, and I just had a little bit of a dumb moment. Lucy's now here, so she was able to witness that, because, why would it happen when I be by myself? Lucy, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
I started talking, and I'm like, why can't I hear anything? That's because I didn't hit the record button. So that's always a good time. So Lucy just came over, and she was, gabbing it up with my mom, and she gave Lucy candy. My mother gave Lucy some Lindt chocolates. She didn't give me any of the chocolates. She broke the bag open and handed a boatload to you.
She did.
She did. That's okay, though. I see how it is in my house now.
She may have told me I could share them with you if I wanted.
Do you want to?
Of course.
All right,
I
all
share
is well.
Everything I have.
All is well in the cave. So, what was I actually saying? I said I was going to hold off on saying it because I wanted to start talking about it.
You are starting to talk about one of your good friends that buys you presents and not to buy you expensive ones.
So, Bridget, God love you, Bridget. She bought me this really cool perfume a couple of birthdays ago. It's called Beach, and it smells like the beach. It's just nice. And so I was like, oh my God, I love that perfume, So one birthday, she got me a bottle of it. Not a huge bottle, but it wasn't a small bottle either. And this stuff is kind of expensive. Mm-hmm. So she gives it to me, I ring up and I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I bring it home, same night. This is all within a matter of 6 hours of owning this perfume. Mom, I came home, I was like, hey Mom, check it out. She's like, oh, that is nice. It's really nice, And I'm like, yeah. So she proceeds to go, back to her room or whatnot. And the jar slips through my fingers.
Oh, no.
And smashes all over the floor. Now, I'd have to ask my mom this one. I don't remember it, but I think I did have shoes on. Because if I didn't have shoes on, I wouldn't have moved until I had shoes on. So the bathroom smelled lovely for like 3 days. Every time I went into the bathroom, I thought I was at the beach. So I told her, don't buy me expensive presents. So I just posted a couple of pictures on my Facebook page. One of me, it was like it's podcast time because, it was 5 o'clock. I just logged off work and I'm like, all right, let's get this going. And one is of my neon friends behind me, Miss Pineapple. Miss Palm Tree and Mr. Pineapple. So Miss Palm Tree was also a gift from Bridget. Not as expensive as the perfume. She said I did good. It was, super cheap. And, you know me, I'm not about the money anyway.
Right.
But, so it was one of those things, those little novelty items you see around the holiday season. Seasonal gifts, I guess you can call them.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, oh, Bridge, I know the exact spot I want to put that, but I don't want to put that there because it's right near a corner. Now, when I first got this, I did post a picture of it next to my mixer board.
Right.
Well, that very same day, when I was shutting down shop, I reached over to turn Miss Palm Tree, off because she was all lit up. And down she went and she plummeted to her death.
Oh, no.
I put it back together. She would not light up. So I'm like, great. So I knew that there was this certain store near my house. So I called them the next day. I said, do you have any more of these? And they said, oh, yeah, we have a ton of them. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll be there tomorrow morning. So I walked in right when they opened because I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose out on this. Because I love those things, right?
Yeah, they're awesome.
So I said, oh, I called yesterday about the, palm tree. I said, do you have any more? She goes, yeah, they're right behind you. I turned around, and it was like, oh. There was a lightning bolt, a flamingo, a pineapple, the palm trees. There was something else. And I was like, oh, my God, I want all of them. But I opted for Mr. Pineapple to go with Miss Palm Tree because they seem to go hand in hand for me.
Yeah.
And they're the epitome of tropical.
Absolutely. And
one day, as I've been saying for years, I will be living with the turquoise water and palm trees. Warmer weather at one point. But yeah, so I strategically placed these guys behind me. And I put them there so that I can't say it'll never happen, but it's a lot less chance of me destroying them.
Yeah.
Behind me against the wall.
Yeah, they don't look like they could get knocked over easily.
No. No, I think they're going to be okay for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not that perfume. I didn't even own that thing for 12 hours and I destroyed it. Gravity, it just slipped. It really just slipped. But so how are things? You ready for Christmas?
Nope.
Excellent. Well, that goes that conversation.
Just stocking stuffer thingies.
Yeah, normal
basically.
stuff. Yeah. I know you guys hosting?
No, not this year.
Ah, okay. We are. We're hosting tomorrow night and Christmas.
Very nice.
Yes. I altered my appetizer choice.
Okay.
So I was going to do the bacon wrapped scallop on the piece of squash with the drizzle of honey.
Right.
But I find that it doesn't go with the dinner we're going to have. We're not doing like a roast. We're doing Italian.
Okay.
Meatballs, ravioli.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't. But scallops with bacon would be a great toothpick. You use a little napkin type of thing. You don't need a plate or you don't have to cut it or anything. So I'm just going to opt for those.
A little easier too.
Yeah.
Less time consuming.
I'm going to buy some scallops tomorrow. Nice big ones.
Nice fresh ones.
Fresh. Yes, I am. So I'm just, posting pictures and stuff, doing my thing. And if you guys can hear that slightly little hum in the background, I'm not sure if you can, but that is the dishwasher upstairs. And we're going to be taking a quick break in a couple minutes. I'm going to probably refresh my drink. Then maybe, I don't know, have a chocolate. What color? Did you get mint milk chocolate?
Yep. There's a dark chocolate, a milk chocolate. I think there might be a peanut butter one and a white chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not a huge white chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's no such thing as white chocolate.
Exactly.
So, whatever BS that is, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
Maybe it's just because it's like how it's made and the texture. It's made like a chocolate, and they just call it white chocolate.
Right. I think that's why.
Yeah, because texture-wise, but I'm not a fan. I've eaten it sometimes, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't love dark chocolate, but I do like it. It's better for you.
Right. Yeah.
Than the milk chocolate.
And stuff
yeah.
Like that.
I mean, I'm a milk chocolate person myself.
I like chocolate. I like chocolate.
I like chocolate.
I like dark chocolate.
I don't understand.
Milk chocolate is my favorite, but I definitely like dark chocolate.
Smeared with peanut butter.
I'd rather just have the chocolate.
With caramel on top.
I'm real picky about like I have to seriously be in the mood for caramel.
I love caramel.
And like peanut butter, peanut butter's good. I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter candy though. Like I would rather take my Jif and put it on a chocolate bar.
That's what I do.
Than buy a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, I would too.
Sacrilege.
No,
sorry,
it's not.
Sorry.
No, you know what? I was having this conversation with one of the girls at work because she doesn't like peanut butter cups. She says the peanut butter is too gritty, and you know what? I get that. I do like Reese's peanut butter cups, but I would rather give me a nice Hershey bar or a Cadbury milk chocolate, and I'll smear peanut butter on it.
The
Can't
peanut
talk.
butter cups.
I'm all kinds of excited over here.
I definitely eat like the small, mini, individual wrapped peanut butter cups. I can do those. Like, I can eat more of those than I could eat a regular sized peanut butter.
You know what's really good though? The seasonal, like the Christmas trees, the like the bunnies, like the seasonal peanut butter cups. But they're like they're pumpkins.
They seem to be slightly different than the
because they're fresher.
Oh,
I think it's because they're more fresh.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But they do taste different. Like I said, the peanut butter has a different texture in those than in the traditional. And that's our discussion on peanut butter and chocolate. I am so happy. It feels like a Friday. I think because I'm doing a podcast, I never do one in the middle of the week on a Monday to boot. But it is Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. Now, we kind of briefed up on what we were doing this year. Have you ever? Seriously, I can't talk. It's probably because I've had no protein today.
Probably.
I've had nothing but,
plant matter.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
which isn't bad.
No, I had kale for dinner, but I would have loved to have had my steak with it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hungry at all. I love the kale, but I'm not great. But anyway, so anything crazy ever happened to you, like in the past or when you were a kid, like any kind of shenanigans? Ever have anything weird happen?
Are we talking like seasonal or just
no, Christmas?
In general? Oh,
Christmas, because we're doing a little Christmas. Well, try to gear it towards Christmas. Or is there anything that stuck out as a kid that's something you remember that you liked, or?
No. On Christmas.
All right, you're not helping me,
normal.
Lucy. You're not helping me with this at all.
I haven't had much of weird experiences as a kid.
Well, I don't mean like technically weird, but more like, anything exciting happen, anything,
Well, when I was really small, we used to go
What
to...
is she doing up there?
I don't know.
It's funny. You can hear her doing stuff. It just sounds like she's doing major construction up there.
It does.
Hope the kitchen looks different when I go upstairs later.
I think she's putting new cabinets in.
Well, we've been talking about it. I'm not even kidding. I love when we deviate.
Yeah.
I was just forcing a story out of you, and then we just switched gears completely. Oh, God. Anyway, so you were wicked small.
Yeah. We used to go to one of my cousin's houses. And being Italian, we have a big family naturally.
See, I'm Italian too, but we're not as big as some Italians. I think we're weird.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. I know.
Anyway, like my parents would bring all the gifts for my cousins that they had and stuff, and everyone else would do the same. So, let's say I have 5 pairs of aunt and uncles at this shindig.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. So each couple would have presents for all their nieces and nephews.
Yeah, that's how we did, except then didn't have as many.
Yeah.
Pairs
So
to...
it was chaotic and crazy.
Yeah.
When
Must have
it
been
was
fun,
present
though.
Time. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was definitely fun.
Yeah. Kind of with us, too. There was 3 sets, I think.
Yeah.
2 sets here and 1 set on one side.
And then we would go home after that, and we would open presents like from my mom and dad and from my brother and my other siblings.
Oh, so you did do
stuff.
some present opening on Christmas Eve. So we didn't do our presents at the house until Christmas morning.
Yeah. Christmas morning was the Santa stuff.
Yeah.
And anyone that didn't see you on Christmas Eve would come by on Christmas Day for dessert or whatever.
No, it was really funny. I got older and I picked up on it, I saw the writing on the wall. And when I say writing, I mean, Ma, why do you have the same exact handwriting than Santa Claus?
Yeah.
And we had to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure, but then there were Santa's helpers. They were on the payroll, apparently.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay well.
I would always...
Doesn't pay well at all. No, I'm just kidding.
I would always write differently on the tags from Santa to my kids.
Yeah.
But eventually they were like, wait a minute, that S curves the same way.
Wait a minute.
I know it doesn't look like you're writing, but it kind of does.
I don't know. I think I'm on to you. I'm on to you guys. But yeah, no, I always had good Christmases. We used to come here. This was my mom's parents' house.
Right.
And there would be... So my family, my grandparents, so my Nana and Nanu. My Nanu had a brother, my Uncle Pete, and Nana had a sister, DeFrancis. Well, those 2 brothers married the 2 sisters. Mm-hmm. So some of my aunts and uncles, who are pretty much my mom's age, are technically my cousins, but the age difference, it's just, so my Aunt Dottie's technically my second cousin, but she's my mother's age. So I thought it was kind of interesting. So we had them here, my Aunt Dottie and my Uncle Pat. So a lot of the cousins, they all came here. So it was, even though they were my aunts and uncles, it's weird because they were all adults and I was a kid. Well, all the kids were here. And there was 3, 4, 5, 6. There was about maybe 8 kids.
That's a lot.
I got, there's 3, and then me and my brother. Boom, boom, 7 or 8. And apparently I think that's what my mother said, but I sometimes had a tendency to get in trouble more than the other kids.
I'm not surprised.
I'm thinking, if memory serves me correctly, I may have to drag her down here. I love when I drag her down. Then I force her to talk on the microphone. But I think she said I was the one that had to be told to sit down.
Often?
Probably. Probably. I'm going to text her, see if she'll come down. I want to call her, and I love putting her on speakerphone and just talking to her on the phone because it sounds funny on this thing. But because she's here, I'm just going to make her come down. Make her come down and do it live. Let's see if she'll come down. She probably won't.
Oh, she's wrapping cookies. When I walked in
the
door...
cookies can wait.
When I walked in the door and she was wrapping, I said to her, and in my mind, this is a complete fact. No woman wraps a plate of cookies like an Italian woman. With the saran wrap.
Yeah.
Because I've grown up, I've gone to all kinds of friends' houses.
The double layer saran wrap.
Oh, sometimes triple. And it's in different directions.
It is. That's what she does. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah. And
she pulls the thing out, right? She puts the plate on it and she does it this fold over.
Yep.
Then she rotates the plate.
Yep.
And then she does the same thing. So, I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
And
so
I'll tell you, I mean, I've gone to friends' houses that are like Irish
so funny.
and French and this and that. And you can get into the cookies. You go to someone who's Italian in their house, and you can't get into the cookies.
You're not getting through.
There's too much plastic wrap, and you can't figure out how to undo it.
I've worked up a sweat trying to get to a plate of cookies, and let me tell you.
I will say, though, it is necessary because when you're traveling, those cookies are going to shift and
everywhere.
spill everywhere if you don't wrap it like that.
They also taste fresh for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
You suck all the air out of the
because
plate.
you can't get into it.
It's airtight.
You're not letting air into it by opening it because you can't open it.
Well, I also love when my mother, if she's bringing something somewhere and she's putting it in a Tupperware, so she'll put the saran wrap in the Tupperware, put the stuff on the top, fold the saran wrap on the top, and then cover it. That stuff stays so fresh. What are your wrapping preferences out there in online land? What do you guys do?
Yeah.
Some people use Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
I prefer not sharing and keeping everything in my house. Well, before we go any further, I'm going to see if I can drag my mother down to have a little chit-chat with us.
Yeah.
So any of you tuning in, thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. This is the Lilypad Podcast, and we'll be right back. And we're back. And let me just make sure. Lucy, I see something recording this time.
That's fantastic.
Just had a segment with my mother. Super cute. We talked about cookies, right?
Christmas cookies and
all kinds of Christmas cookies. It was really a really nice talk. So now I'm going to have to drag that poor woman back down here tomorrow. Or Christmas to talk about... What's that?
She's going to think you're crazy.
She already knows I'm crazy. I hear this little boom. Somebody messaged me on Facebook. Oh, my friend Stacy said I look beautiful. It's about time you noticed. I'm going to tell her that. Time you noticed. Now, if you could tell the rest of the world. I'm going to put, ha, love you. So anyway, yeah. So a great segment with Mom. Totally boned it. I got so excited she was down here. Never actually hit the record button. Whole conversation lost forever.
No, it isn't lost forever. It's just not recorded.
It's lost forever. Oh. I should have just give up the microphone.
Yeah.
Just forget all about it.
Don't quit your day job.
I won't. I like my day job, actually. It was so slow today. It was so slow today, but that's okay. That's all right. The next few days off, and then I have a long weekend, so that'll be good. I'm just completely flabbergasted because I feel like I've lost any further wanting to have a conversation at all because that whole conversation was lost, and now I just want to play music and wallow in my own stupidity.
Aww.
It was a mistake before. I mean, I used to at least hit the record button. I just have the wrong microphone on.
Right.
It's classic example, everybody, that if you don't pay attention to one detail, like hitting a record button, while you're trying to make your own podcast. Hi, I'm trying to create a show here, and I forgot to hit record. That's a problem. But again, I was sidetracked. I hadn't had Mom down here in a while. You know, and I just wasn't... we just started talking, and I completely forgot about it. So, you know, maybe it wasn't supposed to be recorded. I don't believe that, but I'm going to go with it.
Maybe we were just supposed to experience it. And not everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry, people, though, but it was great.
Yeah, but we talked about all kinds of cookies. If you guys make cookies or any of your food traditions, how about some weird ones? I'm trying to think of. Do you know of any? Have you ever heard of any weird traditions?
Well, I don't know if it's considered weird. My family has never partaken in this tradition. My nanny has. The 7 fishes feast.
Yeah, that's an Italian thing. We never did it either, actually.
To me, that's weird. Like, it's probably quite normal and common for, there's so many Italian families in the Merrimack Valley, everywhere, really, but...
So, I just Googled weird Xmas traditions, right? So, where'd it go? Let's try that again. No, I'm not going to... Bad computer. Bad Santa, Austria. Wait, this doesn't make sense. The Yule Cat in Iceland. A cobweb Christmas tree. It says these are the most unusual Christmas traditions around the world. Now, I see a pickle on a Christmas tree. I heard of that. Whose tradition is that?
That's Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
I have heard of the pickle.
And have you heard of the Mary Lwyd from Wales?
No.
It's they take a horse skull and they put it on a big long stick. And they put a big sheet over it, and somebody hides under the sheet and holds the stick.
Yeah.
It's like a giant hobby horse, sort of.
Okay.
And they decorate the horse skull with,
like,
flowers and, beads and things like that. And so, excuse me, what the thing they do is, in Wales, So there's a man holding the stick, and he's covered by the sheet, and then there's 4 other men with him.
Now, does it always have to be a man?
It's typically men, yeah.
Okay.
And so they go through the villages, like the town.
Yeah.
And they knock on the door, and they sing to you.
Okay.
And they try to convince you to let them in your house.
And then what happens?
And you have to sing back to them and basically in rebuttal. But it all has to be done in song.
I'm pretty positive that if I ever had to sing back at someone, they would run from my house.
And so I don't want to use the term battle, but like...
Oh, it's like I could see what
you know, like rap battle. It's kind of like that, but you're singing...
a dance off with words.
And if you lose the argument, so to speak...
Yeah. Is it going to get scary?
No.
Okay.
You have to invite the Mary Lewid into your home and feed them and let them sit by the fire and warm up and tell stories. And
so if I lose, I just invite them in for a nice evening?
Yeah, basically.
Food and fire?
Basically.
Maybe cocoa with some fluff on it?
And I think the idea is that
I could see how that would be horrible.
Protect your home and hearth for the next coming year or something like that.
If they win.
If they win and come into your house.
They'll protect you and stuff?
And because you've like...
So why would I battle them? I'd be like, come on in then.
I don't know.
I'm completely questioning it. I'm sorry, I'm being a jerk.
Well, I mean, you could Google it.
I was actually just about to do that. So what's it called?
Mary Lewid.
Mary Lewid. Whoops.
It's like LWY something.
I was just going to ask you if it was a Y or... Apparently I can't... Oh my God, I can't type.
You could just type in...
Mary Lewid. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
South Wales. But no, it's an interesting concept, though. I mean, like you said, everybody has their traditions. Oh, yeah. I see the head right there. That's a giant skull.
It's a horse skull.
It's a big skull.
Yeah, it's a big animal.
Yeah, that's true. Touche on that one. There's an awful lot to read here, and I'm going to completely admit that I am that lazy and I don't want to read about it right now. But I have it up on my Wikipedia, so I won't shut it down for now. Like, I'll look at it after. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and read now, because it would be that awkward silence, and then the listeners, all three of them, will be like, what's happening next?
Yeah. Yeah, so, for people who like a little creepy stuff on Christmas time.
Krampus?
You know
that one.
Mary Lewid, South Wales. It's kind of a...
Did you see that movie, Krampus?
Yes, there's a couple of Krampus movies, but the one with Adam Scott and Toni Collette.
Is that the newer one?
No, not newer. It's from, 2015, I think.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago.
Oh. Well, I didn't know if there was one that came out after that.
Oh.
But yeah.
Whatever.
That one. I like that one.
I think that's the one I saw. But no, I'm always, trolling on Facebook. I like to see what people are up to. It's part of the whole thing with this. I'm constantly looking on Instagram. We will be doing one of those mukbangs.
Cool.
Definitely going to do that. I have the little tripod thing here. Can make a video. Could just be like sitting in front of it, eating all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure yet. I want to get some, variety. Mm-hmm. Set it up down here, maybe. There's no need to see my whole face. Just a portion of it with me eating, and like quarter Lucy, quarter April, eating mochi and maybe macaroni and cheese, because those make the funniest sounds. Or we could do, crunchy stuff, or all of it. I'm going for all of it.
All of it.
Doritos. Although chips, I like chips, but like pastries.
Oh yeah.
Pastries make the best noise. Chocolate does too. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, I know you guys are probably thrilled about that part of the conversation, because that was super exciting. So again, email me your stories, your shenanigans. I want to hear what you're up to at New Year's Eve. What are your resolutions? And I'll probably bring that up on the next episode, right before the new year. And, discuss some of those. So email me your resolutions, or if you're anti-resolution, or if one backfired on you.
Right.
Can you imagine the bad outcomes of that stuff? I mean, the worst mine ever done is I just didn't do them. But, if somebody could really, really try and it'd be like an epic fail. Like, I just didn't get it or do it because I didn't accomplish it because I didn't try.
Right.
Because I'm really bad. 2020 is going to be a very big year as far as exercise for me. I definitely want to be more active. Body emotion stays emotion. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to work on that. So those of you out there, Merry Christmas. Lucy?
Yes?
'Tis always a pleasure.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we'll be talking to you guys soon. And we will be seeing you on the Lilypad.